Hi, good day, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are listening to me from and whatever time you are watching this video. My name is Kenneth Obebo, and I just wanted to share a few thoughts about money with you. I read a quote by Thomas Tussauds in 1573. I need to say that again 1573, and it goes like this: a fool and his money are soon parted. For some time I actually thought that was from the Bible directly, but I just checked it out. Oh, it was by Thomas Tussauds, 1573. A fool and his money are soon parted. But there's a verse in the Bible that says exactly the same thing, but in a different language, but the same meaning. Proverbs 17, verse 16 says, "Of what use is money in the hand of a fool?" Interesting question. Of what use is money in the hands of a fool? So it means if the money is of no use in his hand, it would soon go. So, like Thomas Tussauds said, a fool and his money are soon parted. And first question somebody will want to ask is, how did a fool get money in his hand? Because that's the easier question. Getting money in your hand is the easier question. Keeping it is actually the hard part of it. That's why even fools make money. See, if you consider yourself a wise person and you giving one excuse or the other why you are not making money, you are missing something. Something definitely is missing in the value you are creating, because even fools make money. That there's nothing different. And Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11 says that bread is not to the wise, nor riches to men of understanding. So look at it two ways. Fools make money, and bread is not simply to the wise, nor riches simply to men of understanding. That's why you can find people who are maybe very educated, professors, and they are not worthy. Now, listen to me very clearly. I'm sure some of you are missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying they are not making money, they would not make money. Like the fool, they may make money, but when I say they are not worthy, it's a different conversation. Let me make a statement and it will help you to understand better. Making money can happen in a flash. Building wealth takes time. Have you ever seen somebody win a lottery? It takes a flash to win a lottery. It takes a flash to stumble into money, maybe an inheritance, or maybe one business transaction. It takes a flash. That's why even fools make money. Just happen to be in the right place and at the right time. Even fools make money. But building wealth is where the big deal is. Building wealth is where wisdom becomes critical. And that is why the book says a fool and his money are soon parted. And if you look at Ecclesiastes, what it's trying to tell you is that if you do not have financial intelligence, if you do not have financial wisdom, you are like a fool, and you and your money will soon be parted. And now, when I talk about money coming in and you and your money soon being parted, it's an experience I know many people have. There are people who, if you look back at the last 1 year, look at your inflow and then look at your account balance. Compare your inflow and your account balance. I remember earlier in the year, somebody said to me, when I look at everything I made in 2025 and I'm at the end of the year broke, I'm wondering, where did all the money go? That is what happens when you have no financial wisdom. So you start asking questions like, where did the money go? The money certainly went where you sent it. I remember being in a class where we were taught who took my money. People say, oh, government. People say, oh, no. Your money went where you sent it. And now, why do people ask the question, where did my money go? Because first of all, they don't even have a budget. That is a basic financial intelligence. A budget is telling your money where it should go. Not spending all of it on just about everything and anything, whether it's important or not, is a different conversation for another day. But don't come back to say, where did the money go? Budget, tell your money where to go. That's basic financial intelligence. But beyond budgeting, which helps you to save, you must move into a place where your money starts to work for you. And that is financial education and financial intelligence. If you listen to Robert Kiyosaki, he will tell you something like, the school taught us how to work for money. I've been in school for Yeah, I was in school for years. I'm still in school as I talk to you, but I'm actually in a different school. It's a school on financial education, so that I don't just learn how to work for money. I'm learning how to make my money work for me. If you want to work for money, you will work for the whole of your life. But if you get to a point where money works for you can actually relax, go on vacation, kick off your shoes, put your leg on the table, do whatever you want to do, and then you will earn an income because your money is working for you. But how do you get there? It is financial education. Beyond your degrees from school that taught you just how to work for money, you must educate yourself financially. And I realized one thing about people. Just after school, many people stop learning. Yes, once they graduate or whatever, they finish their degree, they stop learning. That is not enough. But beyond getting advanced degrees, you must educate yourself financially. Yes, getting school education will get you an income. But like Jim Rohn said, to become wealthy, to make a fortune, you must base it on financial education. So if you are wondering, why is it that a fool and his money are soon parted? It's because the fool earns on one hand and spends on the other hand. That's all they know. And that's why people who define money simply as a medium of exchange earn money to spend. So they earn and they exchange it for this, they earn and they exchange it for that. That's all they know about money. Some people, that's the whole definition of money they know is a medium of exchange. But has somebody ever taught you that money is a store of value? Has somebody ever taught you that money is a tool that buys you freedom? When you come to a point where you understand that money buys you freedom, money is a store of value, money is a seed, you come to a point of financial education so that you don't just work for money and soon you are parted with the money, or you part with the money. You get to a point where your money works for you like a seed that keeps reproducing itself. That's like you are multiplying money. Don't work for money all your life. Get financial education. And I could just take this opportunity to invite you to be part of the growth cycle where we are in the money code. It's a movement where we simply just learn about money. I know you are good at your job, but don't be a fool when it comes to money. If all you earn, you spend, or you don't even earn enough, that means you're not creating enough value, or everything you earn at the end of the year is all spent on whatever you are spending it from. It might be that you are not very intelligent when it comes to money. You may have had a first class in the university. Fantastic, I give you thumbs up. But beyond that education, you must get financial education. If not, you will be like the person Thomas Tusa was referring to. He said, a fool and his money are soon parted. If you and your money part ways at the end of every year, you can't find all your income. You can see the cash flow, but there's nothing left at the end of every year. It means you need financial education. So you can join us on the group. You can send me a message and I would just tell you how to join us in this journey on financial education that leads to financial freedom. My name is Kenneth Ogbeba, and it's been my pleasure sharing this thought with you. Till some other time, I'll see you. Bye-bye.